Hello. Testing, 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 testing. Please tell me if you can hear me, please. If you can hear me, just type something in the chat board. Hello, if you can hear me, just let me know. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, cool, great. That's okay. Cool, yes, that's great. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Okay, great. Let's start joining. Let's start joining. Okay, we're live, we're live, we're live, we're live. Dun 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 dun. It's been a long time coming, but we're here. Let's do this. Okay, I can see that we have 5 viewers. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, great, great, great. Okay, cool. Okay, we'll start in a minute. Just waiting for other people. I think let's just say 5, and then we'll start. Almost there. Okay, almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good to go. We're good to go. That's great. We're good to go. Okay, let's start. Everyone, welcome to Operation After Effects. Jeez, this is supposed to be a 2023 series, but it's 2 years coming. So we're just gonna do 2025. Okay, so let's do a check run. We all have our After Effects um installed, right? If you're having any issues, remember, just message me on the group, and then we go over it together, and we sort that out. Okay. So if anyone's still having that issue, please let me know on the group. And for those not on the group, just reach out to me on Instagram or um, on WhatsApp. Yeah, you can actually just okay, just reach out to me and let me know. Okay, you can reach out to me on my website and directly to my Instagram, and all my social media platforms are right there, so you can reach out to me right there. Okay. Okay, cool, everyone. Let's begin. So, welcome to Operation After Effects. Like, I'm really glad to have you guys tonight, and I know your time is valuable. I respect that, so I promise that it's going to be worth it. I'm going to try my best to make it worth it. Okay, and by the end, you'll know how to use After Effects to an extent that could actually help you in the future, and in the terms of designing and um, your area of expertise. You can mix it, both of them. And so basically, before we continue, you can actually just help me drop on the chat box where you are actually where you are connected from tonight, where you're connected from. Just drop in the chat box where you're connecting from. Where you're connecting from. Just let me know, please. Let me know where you're connecting from. Let's see the people who are connected here today. Nigeria. 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 Okay, so we have many Nigeria. Okay, we're plenty. We are plenty. We are plenty. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We are right here. We are right here. We are right here. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, great. Welcome everyone. Welcome. I'm glad to have you here today. We're just gonna explore After Effects. It's gonna be a fine run. So, shall we? Yes, we shall. Okay, everyone, let's dive into After Effects, shall we? Okay, are we excited today? So we're gonna try this now from the beginning, from the very start. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna begin After Effects like we're starting off from zero. We do not have any knowledge of After Effects. Yeah, now that Windows wants to do its thing. That's funny. Okay, great. Okay, so I'm loading up After Effects. So when the video is over, you can actually watch it again to be present, and you can watch it at any time, feel convenient, anytime. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. So tell me if you can see my screen. Great, great. Nigeria, Nigeria, we're here. We're here, we're here. Great. Just tell me if you can see my screen, please. If you can see my screen, just let me know. Just up thumbs up emoji or any emoji you like on the chat box. If you can see my screen. If you can see my screen, just let me know in the chat box. If you can see my screen, just let me know in the chat box. Okay, great. Okay, great, 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 great. Can see my screen. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Great, wonderful, wonderful. One doubleos, one doubleos, one doubleos, one doubleos. Okay, everyone. So this is After Effects, and this is the first thing you see whenever you open After Effects 2023. That's CC 2023. And first of all, we all see that there are previous projects. That's the first thing you see. And you have the version After Effects, which is what I've been working on for you guys, and the tutorial that we will follow. But we have to know the whole interface first before we go there. So this is After Effects, and you can see everything here. And basically, you can actually operate your After Effects without obstructing this thing. So let me introduce you to every part of this place first before we come back here. Okay, so I'm going to shift this away from the screen, and I'm going to show you everything about this place. Now, this is your whole interface. This is your project panel. Okay, so your project panel shows you the project that you're working on. So it shows you the name of the projects and the files that are in that project. Okay, so it shows you all your assets, like everything, and then we've got the timeline right here. This is the timeline where you see your keyframes and your different different files that you have here. So your project is right here. You have your project assets here. Then you have your. This is where you put your different how would I say, your different projects into the timeline. So what is shown here is inside your timeline. So any project you put here, you put it here, and then goes to your timeline. And I will show you how to actually do those things when we get there. And then we have your effects and presets. Now, it's not every time you see it here. Okay, it's not every time you see it here. When you open After Effects, you won't see effects and presets. So this is one major part of your of After Effects. This is where you see all those animation and the rest of it. Everything is right here. Like you can see a lot of things right here. There are lots of things. We have your backgrounds, your animation preset, we have operation, blocks, cinder, circuit, cosmic power. They are a lot of things. Like I said, After Effects is limitless. Like limitless. It doesn't have like a full stop. There are lots of things you can do with After Effects that is you even ask yourself like, okay, you just read tomorrow and be like, okay, so After Effects can actually do this. I thought it was not possible. You know, there are lots of things involved in After Effects, and these are like some of them. When I say some of them, I mean that there are many more. Many more you can do with After Effects. And basically, when you don't see this effects and presets right here, you can go to Windows and then you see it here, effects and presets. It's right here. You can see they have content aware fill, we have character, we have brushes, we have audio, and there are lots of things here. Like I said, After Effects is limitless, and if you want to like really dive into After Effects, it's going to take like hours. But with this, we're just going to go through all of them. Yeah, we have that different things that are around here, but we're going to go into the most important ones, which you can use every day for simple motion effects and the rest of it. Okay, so we have defaults, we have review, we have learn, we have small screen, we have standard. So standard is like your workspace, which we use every time. So it must be on standard when you're working on After Effects. It's like Photoshop, where you have there's an extension, I think. Yeah, I remember that Photoshop has different viewpoints when you're actually working on Photoshop. If you can hear me, please let me know. If you can still hear me and you're still here. If you're following, if you have any questions, please let me know. Are you there? If you can hear me, if I'm speaking very fast, let me know. If you want me to repeat what I said, let me know. And if there's anything, just let me know. Are we good? My people, are we good? Okay, great, 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 good. So this is just a simple intro into After Effects, and great, 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 great. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. We're in business. We're in business now. We're in business. We're in business. We're in business. Wonderful. Okay, so yeah, we let's go into After Effects and let's see what we have in store for you. So let's go with practicals first. Okay, so I want to go with practicals to see what we're actually dealing with. Okay, so if I go to this is what now when starting with After Effects, this is what we do. Okay, we go to new composition right now. So new composition, this is how we normally set our After Effects panel. We have you can set it to any like the width and height depending on the social media platform you want to post it in. For YouTube, you can say 190 by 1080p. 30 FPS is one of the regulars that we use every time for motion graphics, which you see online every day. And then we have um, full. Make it full. Make it be. Let it be full. That's very very. Don't say you want to put it at half. You're gonna have issues now. But let me tell you something. You can actually change this when working with when you're working on your profile, because you can see it here. Full is right here, so you can change it, because mostly when you're using your PC, you have to know that your PC RAM and your space determines how your After Effects will work. So I can run on full, but some of you can actually run on quarter or half or third, because running it takes a lot of RAM and a lot of computer CPU space and GPU. So you have to make sure that you have a lot of GPU and RAM involved. And the minimum RAM for After Effects is 8 gig, and mostly that's what MacBook are using. MacBook use 8 gig RAM and it runs very fast. And on top of MacBook that is using the 16 gig RAM, that's super. Then 32 gig RAM, 94 gig RAM, those things can actually help you be more productive when it comes to After Effects. Okay, so and we have the start time code, which is our timeline here. Time code 0 and then duration 10. If we say 10, that means it's 10 that we're actually going for. Okay, so 10 we have, that means 10 seconds. That's just it. That's what we want. Okay, so we can rename our composition as let's just say Operation After Effects Test 1. Okay, so we can say let's just say we can change the background here. Yeah, know this. You can change the background here too. You can say it to 0. You can change to 000, or change to a kind of dark black, any kind of background you want, depending on the design that you want to do. But then the background color is different from your normal color. So the background color can help you like know that there's a background color, but you can actually add another background color afterwards. It's not saying it's fixed. Don't be afraid. It's like Photoshop. You have a background color at first, which is normal when you start. You can say you want a foreground color, but later you can change it afterwards. That's the same thing we're going to do here too. So you click on OK, and then you click on OK. So we have the dark blue. And don't be afraid too. Okay, don't be afraid. When you're here, this is everything on After Effects. Don't be afraid when you get here. You'll be like, okay, where do I go? I want to change. I did a mistake. It's simple. When you do a mistake in your composition settings, what you can do is that you go to composition right here. You click on composition, and then you go to composition settings. Okay, so it gives you the same thing you have on your composition. But remember, you must be clicking on that composition to edit the settings. Okay, so let's say you have like 2 compositions here. Now let me show you something. In After Effects, in Photoshop, we have Ctrl J for duplicating, but for After Effects we have Ctrl D for duplicating, and you can see it has actually renamed it, saying Operation After Effects Test 2. So it is significant to numbers. It actually signifies, it actually knows that, okay, you said this should be 2, this should be 1, those kind of things. Are you good? So you know that, okay, when you are doing this, you know that this is 2. You can actually come here. You can go to composition setting 2. So remember, you must be clicking on that composition to edit it. Don't go and just click anywhere and then composition. See, it won't work. Okay, so you must be clicking on it. So now you have composition right here. This is your composition, and then you have your project. You can see this is your project. This is what we're working in. Now, this is your operation After Effects test 1. You can see that the project is showing here, like I told you. Project. This is the project file, and this is where you can edit the project. Now, if I click and drag it into here, there's nothing, right? But there's something here already because you are clicking on this. And you can click here, click it here too. You can put this one here. So let me tell you something that's happening now. On After Effects, we have something called, how would I say? Your first one was created, right? Also, you can drag in your another composition into a composition. You get me? You can drag in another composition into another composition. Now, when you have different compositions, you can actually create different composition and bring it into one composition. You will see how that works later on. You can actually drag different compositions into one composition, and there is a thing called pre-compose. Pre-compose. We'll get there too. Okay, there are different things. There's the composition. There's pre-compose too. Okay, so composition is like a file, which is this file in general. Pre-compose is like grouping other files together to function as one, like when you do smart objects. Yeah, smart objects on Photoshop. That's the same thing as pre-composition. Okay, so pre-composition, remember, it's like smart objects. Then document and opening a new document file, PSD file, is like you opening a composition. You get me? I don't know if you get that explanation. Just let me know if I can actually say it again. Like I said, composition, it's like a new document, and then like a PSD file, but this one is AE file, and then pre-compose is like a smart object in like almost it's like Photoshop smart object. So if you don't get that, let me know. If you get it, we're good. Okay, so we are working on the After Effects one here. So now the first thing we want to do is, moving things out, like where is it going, how is it going, this is where it's going, this is how it's going, this is how text is revealed, this is where you do. Okay, so let's do this now. So we have this, and then we have this too. You can actually adjust this right here. If you can't see your screen, you can just come here, make it, and then you can zoom in with your mouse, your middle button here. You just scroll in, you see it like this. Okay, so for you to add a shape, what you need to do is that you need to click here. Yeah, click here. Now, for you to add a rectangle, this is a rectangle already. If you want to add a circle, you click it. Yeah, you click and hold, and then the thing shows. Click and hold. Okay, click and hold. Then you go to that one, you click it. Okay, now for you to draw a circle, you just need to come to this one and draw a circle, right? But remember, in Photoshop, when you want to draw a perfect circle, you need to hold shift. Yeah, you hold shift to draw a perfect circle. This is how you draw a perfect circle. Okay, perfect circle, you hold shift to draw a perfect circle. Hold shift to draw a perfect circle. We're good. Now we have the fill, and then we have the stroke. Okay, so, and then we have the anchor points. Now in motion design, we have something called the anchor points, and anchor points helps you to know the middle of that object. Like anchor point, if we all did architectural, or no, introtech in school. I think that was years ago. They have changed the name now. I think introductory technology. So there is something called the I think a lever or so, and we use it on mass set. You have to put it in the middle to make sure that it rotates around. So that is what we call the anchor point. This is the anchor point right here. You can see the anchor point is at the edge, which doesn't make sense. Okay, so you have to move it to the center. Now there are two ways of doing it. There are two ways of doing that motion, which is moving the anchor point to the center, and it is called the anchor point pan behind. This is the tool, right? This is the tool. You can click on this tool, and then you move the anchor point to the center. So the anchor point can be in the center here like this, and then there's the other way is that when you see the anchor point is not the center, you can actually click on this shape like this, right? It's not the center. It's not there. So what you do is that you click on it, and then you press Control Alt Home. Control Alt Home. If you can actually type it down on the box on the comment. You can actually just use that as your note. Control plus Alt plus Home on your keyboard. Anchor point. Now I'm going to share a file with you at the end of class, which will actually give you everything about the shortcuts and everything. Okay, so that will work. So Control Alt Home makes the anchor point come to the center. And now watch this. We have a line right here, a line and paragraph. A line, we know a line from Photoshop, right? And different software that we use. So you can actually come here to put it at the center, and this at the center, middle. Okay, now watch the difference. Now I'm going to add rotate on this circle to show you the effect of what happened. Now there are shortcuts to use the rotate and everything, but there are still the other way. You can click on this transform right here. Now this is content of the circle, of the ellipse, sorry. This is content of the ellipse. This is stroke, this is fill, this is transform, and this is transform itself. And what this transform does is that there's position, there's scale, there's anchor point, there is rotation, there's opacity. Now, position moves it left or right, up or down. Okay? Then scale reduces it and increases it. Then rotation rotates it. Now, this is the thing I told you about. Imagine the anchor point was actually at the edge here. This is what will happen if you are rotating it. Now see what the rotation does. Are you seeing it? You can see how the rotation does. Because of what is at the edge. It's not at the center. So this is how it does. Because it says that's the center. It recognizes that point at the center. If you're following, please let me know. If you're there, let me know. If you're there, let me know. We're about to enter the fun part now, which is movement. If you're following, let me know. If you can't hear me, let me know. If you're stuck anywhere, let me know. Okay, great. Cool, cool, cool. That's great. So we have just covered the basics. We have the control and the rest. We have opacity here too. Okay. Okay, great, great, great. So we'll put it at the middle back. We'll put everything at the zero, no rotation, and yeah, center, center. Okay. Um, great, great. We're here. Cool. So now we have everything in this box right here, and then I want to reduce the scale to this. Okay, so we'll put it right here. Now I want to do the simple left and right movement and show you the different things of what happened. So now here comes the part. We can see everything here in second 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, but then if I zoom in like this, look at what we see. 1 frame, 2 frame, 3 frame, 4 frames, 5 frame, 6 frame, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can see up to 18 frames. But if I pull it right here and show you something, so let's look for 1 second now. Can you see 1 second? 1 second comes after 30 frames. This is 1. So you can see that is 1. So 30 frames forward means you're actually going to 1 second. So 30 frames makes 1 second. Welcome to math class, okay? So 30 frames make 1 second. Okay, so we're good. So 30 frames makes 1 second, and that's it. Okay, so you know that 60 frames is 1 second, 2 seconds. Then it goes like that. 90 frames makes 3 seconds. Okay, so that's just it. So 30 frames forward is 1 second. Okay, so now we're gonna do this right here. Let's go to okay, great, 30 frames per second. That's good. That's it. So we have this, and then we have the second. So now I want to make it position. I want to move the position left and right to see. So the thing about the rule about video animation is that when you're actually doing something, make sure you actually set the end first before you go to the beginning. Okay, it's one of the rules that we have, so you won't actually have a mistake. So you know that, okay, this is the end and this is the beginning. It's like measuring an apartment. Maybe you want to do, maybe that is the end you want to do. Okay, you can do it from beginning to the end to the beginning. Okay, so you won't actually have a mistake. So I can come here to position. Now these are times. You can see the time, this thing here. Time stamps. Okay, these are called time stamps. So what they do is that they help you keep track of what you're actually, the place that you want to put a position, where you want that ball to be at that particular time. So these are time stamps. What you do is that you click on the position, and then I will now move this thing. I'll come back to select. I'll leave the anchor point 2. Come back to select, and then I move it to the end here. I want to be at the end here, and then you can actually hold shift when you're doing that too. It's like Photoshop, so you can hold shift to make it stay on that line. Okay, so I hold shift, come to the end here, and then I want it to be at the beginning here. Beginning, I want it to be at this point, so I can move it from here, or I can move it from here. Now when you're using After Effects, sometimes you don't see this line. Why? Because this thing is turned off. You see, this thing is turned off. So sometimes if it doesn't work, you don't see it, you can just click it and then it comes on. That's what it does sometimes. So if you don't see it, maybe you're working and you don't see this, just know that this thing is off. Okay, you can just turn it on after, and it comes up and it actually stays stable. Okay, you won't have any issue like that. So that's what so in case you want to do it and then you notice that this line is not showing you, it's not showing you anything like that, just know that this thing is off. Okay, so it helps you to show you your path and everything working well. Okay, cool. So the next thing is you have this from here to here. So if I actually play it now, which is by pressing my space bar, it goes from there to there. Okay, so simple motion from there to there. Simple. Now it just goes straight. Okay, so I want it to be having a smooth effect, because now it's just going straight, like going straight. Now, for you to add a smooth effect, what you do is that you highlight these two keyframes here. They are called keyframes. So when you highlight the two of them like this, or you can click on this, and press Shift and click on this. You select both of them, and then you press F9. Or if you don't want to press F9, don't worry. It's not failure. It's not failure. It's F9. Just not failure, because I know when I heard the F9, I was like, what's F9? No, it's good for smoothing your animations. Okay, so you right click and then you go to you can see this is you highlight it. Okay, easy ease. You just need to go here and then you go to right click on the keyframe itself. So you right click on the keyframe assistance, easy ease. Okay, you highlight both of them, right click on this, keyframe assistance, easy ease. If you say you want it for begin, you see how it will be. That's it. But then want it to easy ease, which is just want it to be smooth. So we just come here to keyframe assistance, easy ease, and then it will be like this, smooth animation. Now, if you want to increase the speed at which it starts and where it ends, thank you very much. Easy F9, not failure, easy ease. Thank you. That's it. So what you do is that when you want to actually do that effect or making it slow or faster, so what you do is that you come here, you highlight both of them, you come here to this graph. Now when you have this graph, sometimes it does not show you this kind of thing. You can right click on this and then you click on what you do, right click, and then you go to edit speed graph. Default on After Effects might be value graph, okay? Which is, I know we're seeing maths again here. It's part of life, we have to come back to the maths. So edit speed graph, that's very important. Click on the speed graph and then click on this end here. Now watch this. If I do it like this, I'll make it 100. Click on it and drag it here 100. If I play it, see what happens. You can see it's different. Now the normal one was like this. Now first of all, let me just do it so that it will actually be showing me only the ball coming to the end, so it won't go too long. So I come to this place here and I drag it here like this. So I just want 2 seconds of it to show. So you can see it just goes directly, but if I actually put it like this, it goes like this. Starts fast, end slow. Or we want it to start slow, end fast. You can come like this. You see? Those are the two different things that you can do. Okay? And then you can actually put this to 0. Right? And then what you do is that slowly and fast. Slowly and fast. So these are like graph that does this thing. Then you can actually do it in a way that it comes back again. So we can come here and then on this place, let it come back to the default. Now, if I don't want to maybe do another keyframe by dragging to the beginning, I'll just come here and click on this right here, Control C, and then Control V. So what it does is that it goes like this, like this. Okay, now let's make the animation smooth. We can actually highlight everything like this. We'll come here to the graph, and then you can see the mistake that we have here. So we just come here, we make it like this, Let's make it like this, like a ping pong kind of thing. Okay, and then we'll come here, like this, middle, yeah. Okay, so we have this kind of thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see the movement. Now, this is you editing it by yourself, right? If you can see the thing in action, you can actually leave a like, or you can actually drop an emoji. Now, this is actually the ball in action. Okay. Now the ball in action is showing you that okay, I'm moving from left, right, left, right, left, right. What if I don't want to actually waste my time to do the whole thing again, do the whole thing again. Now watch what will happen. If I don't want to actually make it do as if I don't want to create the whole second frame again like this, right? Watch what will happen. I can come here like this, the position right here. What's what I will do? Now this is where we'll now start using the thing called expressions. Now, what are expressions? They are like codes. You know how we code CSS, HTML. They help you automate animations. Yeah, they help you to automate the animation. Don't worry, you don't have to be a programmer. I'm telling you, you don't have to be a programmer. Just think of them as shortcuts. Yeah, that you can that will help you to make your animations look very smooth and natural kind of feel. So how do you do them? Now the expressions are always there anytime you want to do it. Now I want to do a looping animation on this ball. How do we do that? So we made the first movement right here, right? So I want it to loop continuously. Okay? What we do is that we will now come to this position where we have actually added our effects, and then we hold Alt. We hold our Alt button, that Alt, alternate Alt, and then you click on this place right here. You can see we have a new panel. You ask yourself, what is this? How did it come here? This is After Effects showing you that, yeah, you can actually do small coding here. Now, in After Effects, there are different codes and different expressions that we can use on After Effects. Now, it's showing you that transform position. Okay, that's the default thing it normally shows at first. That's the first thing it shows you. Then the next thing you have to do is that you need to type out the expression that you want it to follow. So what do? There are different now if I type this, now watch this, that this layer, there's is sealed, there are lots of it. Wow, like lots of it, lots, a whole lot. You can see it right here, a lot. So what we're doing now is that we're doing loop. Okay, so we're doing loop out. Okay, and then we'll go to open bracket. Don't worry, I'm going to paste the expression for you later. Then you open our asterisk, and then you put ping pong. Ping pong. A very, very funny expression, but it works. So now, ping pong. Play for us. You see, remember, we've already removed the thing at the end, so you can't say that it's what's at the end that's actually making it work. And don't say it's because it's short. Now let me surprise you. It's not because it's short too. I can actually extend this to the end and to continue playing till the end. Why? Because of that expression. You can see the expression has saved us a whole lot of stress. You can see that right now. Are we here? Are we here? We're good? Don't worry, it's not scary. It happens. If you're here, let me know. This is just the first expression. I know. We'll get to the flyer part. I can feel your heart. Don't worry, don't be scared. Okay, are we good? Okay, we're good. So this is just the first expression showing you how it works. And okay, good. Okay, so this is how follow up. This is how it works. And next up now is that we have the loop animation. Then we've covered that part. The loop animation is looking very, very smooth and very, very okay. Now the next one will be the bouncing animation. Now we've seen things for, like, when it comes to After Effects, you have to know the rule of, there are many rules in After Effects. Like, there are many rules in motion. You have this is one of them. Like, this is one of them. Like, everything has an endpoint, everything has a beginning, and those kind of things. Like, this is how, when you're bouncing something, there must be something that bounces back. All those rule of attraction and the rest of it, everything is there. You have to anticipate, you have to make sure everything is following through. You have to, the flow of things are not, some of them might be bent, some of them might be slant, those kind of things. And you can actually edit everything here. Like, you can come here and say, okay, at this beginning here, I want this thing to go up. You can come here, you can just say, okay, you want this position to be like this. You can say you want it to, this one, you can say you want it to come down. You can come here, put it down like this. Okay? And then you can see this. You see, you can actually edit it. Like, it's a free thing. Okay? So these are different things. And then the next one we want to try now, the next expression we want to try is the bouncing effect. Okay, so the bouncing effect, the best thing to do like a bouncing effect is when you actually have a scale, like a scale. Okay, so a scale might be, so we can say, okay, we want to remove this expression right here. We can say, let's remove this. We have this already, so we can say we want the expression to be, let's say this one should be at the middle. You can actually change the expression through your anchor. Yeah, you can change your expression through your anchor here. And then this one, you want it to be under. You can just come to your align, not anchor. I say, so align, and then you come here, you want to be down. So you know that it's coming from, this one should be at this place. Okay, so when something lands, you know that there should be a bounce effect, right? And then that's what we want to do. So let's do this bounce effect right now. So the bounce effect is an expression too, and I'm gonna still give you everything. Yes, the ping pong is like a tennis feature. So you have this position right here, and then you come here, the same thing, Alt, click on this, and then you paste your expression right here. The expressions will be copied and given to you at the end of the class, and I'm going to put 55 because I want it to have a feel. So now watch this. If you didn't see it, I'm going to play it again. Now let's do that again to show you. Again, I put Alt, paste, the next thing, paste this right here. Now this is where you actually change your values. Let me show you how. So you have this 55, you have decay, you have frequency. Now if I change the frequency to 5, you can see the effect it gives. Now let me zoom in so you can see everything well. The landing position. And let me change this to a normal. Go 0. And let's change to this. Okay. 0 and 0. Yeah. Let's make it plain. Goes like this. Can you see that? Goes like a bounce. Bounce. So these are effects that you can actually use for your animation or make it feel more lively. You have the bounce effect, you have the rotation. Now rotation might be how would I say, let's say we have now for the rotation, let's try a new shape. Okay, let's try rotation. So rotation, it's how would I say, you have a rotation. Now let me show you how to create another shape when you have a shape on your panel, for your timeline panel. Now see, when you have a shape or a text on your timeline here, when you click on that shape, right, I click on rectangle, this is something you should know. You can see that it's showing me a star, right? But if I actually draw it, you're seeing that is actually inside what we actually had before. Are you seeing it? It doesn't create a new one. You see? It creates it inside the shape, which is wrong. We don't want that. Okay? So anytime you have that issue. But if you have a text and then you do the same thing, it creates a mask, which is what we don't want to do. So when you are actually creating a new shape, what you do is that you create you just create a new shape. You click on the shape here and then you click on this part to make it not to select it. It's like Photoshop a bit when you're actually creating a shape and then it will now join the other shape and becomes you merge the shapes, which you don't want to do. So what we want to do is I want to create a new shape. Okay, so what we do is I'll click here, click on the shape, and then click on this, draw. Okay, so I'm gonna put this off. I'm gonna press I'm gonna go to the anchor point right here. First of all, I want to adjust this shape. I click on select, and then I just put it right here. Okay, so I make sure that everything is centered, which is me pressing Control Alt Home. Okay, and then now for the shape of the this thing, you can do it like this. Okay, you click on the shape first and then you reduce the size like this, as if you are scaling it. Now you notice that when you are doing it like this, you can see that it's moving to the anchor point. So if I want it to move from one side, I can just move the anchor point to the end, like this. Okay, okay, so you can move the anchor point to the end like that. And then you know that if I go to select here, I move from top, goes like this, goes from the top. Okay, so now rotation is something I want to do now. So this is where the center of the anchor point is. Now, like I said, in maths or in introductory technology, you have to make sure that the anchor point is somewhere that you want it to rotate. So you can click on this place, put it there. Okay, put it there. And then what you do is that you go to rotation. When you go to rotation, you do it like this. You see it's turning, right? So what I want to do is that I want the rotation to be continuous, right? Continuous rotation, that's what I want for it. So there's an expression you can use. You can either use this, you know that when you turn this, and you know that 360 is 1. Am I correct? 360 is 1 rotation. The same thing here in After Effects. So that doesn't change anything. It's still the same. So for continuous rotation, you make sure that you want it to be turning at one point, which we have here. That's the point we want it to be turning, just, you know, continuous rotation. And how to do that? If you come to this rotation and you press Alt, click on this, and then you go to time. So you go to time, time, right? Time, asterisk 60. Okay? Time asterisk 60 will make it turn. I don't need to add anything, you know. 60 seconds make 1 minute. 360 is a round circle. 60 seconds make 1 minute. So when you put time 60, this is what it gives you. Okay? Cool. So this is how you can do that, this time turning. And you can see that it's when you get to this, the 10, that's when it stops and comes again to starting. Okay? So that's how it does. You can see it turning, just turning 360, 360 until, see? 360. So basically, comes here. It goes to 360 at 5 seconds, if I'm right. No, not 5 seconds. 360 at, okay. Okay, at 6 seconds, yeah. That's 6 seconds. It goes to 360 at 6 seconds. So if you want to turn 2 times, you put it at 12. 12 seconds will make it turn 2 times. Okay, so that's the basic like breathing, time, rotation, and the rest of it. Okay, we're good. And also you can actually add. We have this on the circle right here. Okay, so the circle is right here, and we have this bouncing effect already right here. So what to do? There's something you can also add to this. So on the circle, we can actually come here, put the position normal, and then we delete. We just want to delete this and this. Okay. So there's something again we can still add to this circle. Oh, sorry. Now when you're working with After Effects and that thing shows, right? It means that your cap lock is on. So when you're working with After Effects, make sure that your cap lock is off when you want to move anything. Your cap lock should be off. Okay, so you won't actually do that mistake. Press Ctrl Alt Home, and then you move to second center. Okay, so the next thing I want to try is another effect called breathing pulsation, like those how would I say heartbeats kind of effect. Okay, so there's a pulse where you can actually do it with scale. You can do it with scale. You press S. S is for scale, T is for opacity, P is for position. Okay, S scale, T is for opacity, P is for position, arrow is for rotation. Okay, then Y will bring the anchor point tool to you to use. Okay, so we have we're doing the one for scale. So when you do the one for scale, scales like this, and then we want it to have the breathing pulsation thing. So you can come. I'm still going to give you, like I said, I'm going to copy the whole effect to you to use. Like I said, you press Alt, click on the expression. Now we're going to play with expressions today, and then you click on this, then you're good to go. Now the expression would work. Now if any expression does not work, the project contains an expression error found. And you click on the expression, you can see that the expression here is showing this. If it doesn't work again, that means the expression is bad. Jeez, I need to actually renew this expression then. I'll get the new expression. This is really my old note. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Now, when we have things like this right here, and we want a flicker effect, right? This is something I always remember. Flicker effect is all those effects that you have on text. I'm applying these things on shapes, but we're going to apply it on text very soon, and everything will be A-okay. Okay? So when we're applying these tools and effects on shapes, we can actually apply it on text and different things. So this is just the basic part of it. And then we want to apply the flicker effect, which you normally use to, flicker effect is related to opacity. Okay? So opacity we can click on, press Alt, hold the Alt and click here, and then you type random. It's a simple thing. Random. Random. Very, very simple. Bracket. And then you press maybe 25, 100. Now watch what happens when you press flicker effects. Now this is the flicker effects. Just simple. Simple. Flicker effects. Okay? Now we're done with the basic expression things. Let's go into the business now. Are you with me? If you're with me, let me know. Want to go into the main business now? If you're with me, let me know. If you're with me, let me know. If you are with me, let me know. If you're with me, let me know. Thank you all. Thank you all. Yeah, you got a position, scale, rotation, T, move anchor point. Wonderful. Okay, great. That's wonderful. Let's go to the next one. Now we want to go into the main business of revealing things and here and there. here and there movements. Okay, so now let's go into something very fun. We have our let's just delete this. We don't need this. We have the circle right here. I'm going to use a circle to do everything I want to do now. And we have this right here. So just imagine you have this kind of thing. You see, it comes, goes in, right? Comes, goes in. Now imagine you want to reveal something. Let me show you something that happens. Okay, so we have a circle right here, and I come to Control T. Control T gives you test. You know, in Photoshop you can press T and it gives you test, but so I'm gonna press Control T, and then you click on the space here. You type hello there. Obi-Wan Kenobi, hello there. Okay, we go to hello there, and then we go to, let's use condensed. No, I don't like this. Let's go to bricolage. I think bricolage is good. Bricolage goes to tech. My problem on choosing fonts. Okay, so we're gonna go to bricolage and some bold. Let's use poppins, please. Poppins, okay. So we're gonna press center align. Okay, so I have a load there, and then we're gonna reduce the space within the size like this. Okay, so I have a text right there. We have a load there, and now I want to go into text animation, text reveal. Okay, so text reveal might be so you can see this thing here called toggle switch and mode, right? If you click on it, you can see that this thing will change. We have this is something I didn't explain just now, which is the ball. So there's something you can do on the shape too. When you're on the shape and you're moving left, right, left, center, and position, there's something you can do. Let me teach you something. You press P, and I had a keyframe here. F9. I come to this 1 second and I move it here like this, right? Let's put in the loop animation. Let me show you how it works. Loop animation, let's go to the loop animation. Loop animation was what? I think it was loop out, yes, loop out, comma, ping pong, I think, yeah, ping pong. Okay, now this is the loop animation, right? No, ping pong. I think I did a mistake on this expression. Loop animation, ping pong. Yeah, I forgot my asterisk. Just remember now. Asterisk. Okay. Cut. Okay. Ping pong. Cool. So watch this. This is moving this and this like that. It's just moving, right? Now, if I actually add this is motion blur. This is adjustment layer. This is 3D. Now 3D, you know what 3D can do. Okay, so when you click on motion blur right here, you have to come here and click on the motion blur tab right here, which is you want it to add it. Now watch how the thing moves. I don't know if you can see, but let me zoom it in so you can see it. If you can see, the edges are kind of blurry. Let me add the motion blur. Are you seeing the edges? They're blurry. It's a motion blur. Now if I remove the motion blur, it's just sharp all through. Now let me make it a bit longer in a way because it's actually too short. So let me go out and then let me go to V, and then on display let me make it longer. Comes here like this. Okay, move like this, out, and then shorter. Okay. Can you see the blur? The blur goes. Mind the cracking. The cracking is just from the normal After Effects that's in GPU running. Let me change it to half or third. Okay. Can you see the blur? Can see the blur on the screen. And when you don't add the blur, it's just sharp all through. So that's the difference between the motion blur and when you don't add motion blur. You can toggle the modes right here. So this is another channel of After Effects too. your switch modes and the rest. And then we have now let's go into the one of the most exciting things of the After Effects. Okay. Okay. Sorry. So when you don't have a position right here, the expression becomes useless because there is no position. Okay. You get my point? The expression becomes useless. So you don't need to position that. So next thing is that you see this thing right here. The text is right here. Now the text is showing you that is actually this is where the anchor point is, and we don't want that to happen. We want it to be on the center, or want it to be here like this. Okay, now watch what I want to do. Now in After Effects, I know we've been told that you must use plugins and presets for making your animation text. But let me show you something that you can actually do in After Effects that will actually help you out. So when you click on this drop down right here on hello there, you can see the thing called text, and you can see animate. When you click on this animate, right, you can see different animation things that you want here. Right, so when you click on maybe position, right, you can see the range and this thing, position right there. And then you can actually add let's just say property. You click on property and then you go to opacity. Okay, now the thing is telling you, okay, I know what you want to do now. Now do something. So if I come here and I change the opacity to 0, or first of all, let me change the position to this, and let me change it to minus this, and then I change the opacity to 0. Okay, or let me just pass it to this and change it here like this, and then opacity to 0, and then I come here to my range selector, and then I put this one at 0. This start should be at 0, 9, F9, press F9, remember smooth. Come to this 1 second, and I want to be at 100. You saw that, right? So opacity should be at 0. Okay, so this is simple animation, just here 0, and then simple, just simple animation. Hello there, right? This is one. And also you can do it like this. If you don't want it to be like this, you can shift everything. So what this range selector is helping you do is helping you animate your effects on the text. So you're creating your own text effect. Like I have, this is my position I've added, and opacity. So this range selector is helping me to edit and animate those effects that I'm adding on my text. So I'm creating my own text animation. Hello there. So I can actually come back here and do the whole editing again. From here I can say, okay, I want it to be back at this, right? I can put it here like this, and then comes like this. Or I can actually come here, put it at 100, okay, like this. Reduce what part? So you can put it from the right or from the left, depending on where you want it to start from. Okay, so this is the front part of After Effects. You go like this, and then you can actually put it down. You can put it down at any point. Start like this, like that. So this is one, and then we can actually just, maybe we don't want the position. We can come here to delete. We don't want this, delete, and then we can actually just, it will just be like this. You saw that, right? This is just opacity. We just want only opacity. With the detail position, you can do it like this. Simple animation. Simple animation. And then we can actually add scale. We can come here, click on add, property, scale. And then we can actually come here to scale and do some other things here like this. See? We can reduce the scale of the text like this, and then it becomes like this. Let me show you how it is in full. Hello there. Simple animation. Now this is a fun thing about After Effects. Now watch this. This source test is something very interesting. Now imagine this is a source test right now, right? Now I want the source test to change at every point on this my effects. Now this is a hello there. Okay, hello there. Now on this place I want it to change to my name is. Now if I click on this source test here to add a new keyframe here, it starts from here. And then on this place I want it to change to you see? Now it's already my name is, right? Now let me show you how to do it very effectively. Now let's come here to start and finish. My name is. If I come here to source test, I add that this is my source test. I want it to be hello there first. Hello there. Skip that part. Hello there. Hello there. And then you come to your next part here. You add a new one. Now this is where you can actually add your keyframes in case you don't have a keyframe there and you can't add it personally. You can just come here and click on that one here. This place here can add keyframes too. Okay, so you can add with the clocks here first, and then you can click here too to add a keyframe. And then what you do now is that you type my name is. Now there will be no animation for this one. Now watch what will happen. But you can see that there will be a change in your text. Okay, let me show you. So hello there. My name is. So basically you can use one text to do a lot of animations. How? By just doing this, share this, go to this place, add a new source test, add a new keyframe. You come, do. Now there will be no effects, but there will be a move, just a change. Hello there. My name is Zinuidur. You see? There is no animation or anything. But if you want to do animations for every part, you don't need any source. You don't need any source like this. All you need now will just be, what you do now is that you want to add everything with animation. You just come here. Now watch what you do. I'll press now for you to review the effects that you have added. We're going to end very soon, so we can actually move to the next part. Okay, so for you to review the places that you're working on, like your position and the rest of it, for you to review them when your tab is like this, what you do is that you press U, button U to reveal. U. Press U to reveal. Okay? You press U to reveal your time, your keyframes in your time layer here, your time frame right here. So when you press U, you'll see your the place that it ends right here. Okay? So what you do now is that I'll come to the end here and reduce this part to be like this here. Here like this. And because I want the same effect for the next one I'm going to do, what I'll do is that I'll press Ctrl D to duplicate, right? And then I'll move this one here like this. And then I'll now edit it. Edit it. My name is. If you can't see what you're editing here, you can see it here on your tab. So it's the same name you're seeing it right here. It's right here. Source name. You can see it right here. So it will not be like this. Hello there. My name is. Okay? My name is. So if you want to do it, it's too fast, you can actually do it like this. Increase it. Come here. Increase it too. My name is. So if you want to do it in a way that this one will not go out like this, right? You can do it too. So what you do is that you can actually do it like this. You come to your range selector. Your range selector. Watch this. Let me show you something that can happen here. Hello, my name is. Now, this is what we've done about start, right? We've not talked about the end. So this is what end can do. You can see end can actually roll everything back. Okay? Offset. This is what offset does. It just like moves the tab back and forth. Okay? Now, this is what end does. End does like this. Goes back. Like end goes back to 0, no stress. It's just like, okay, it goes back, the same thing. End does it too. You're very welcome. You can see this is how end does. Then offset. Now, offset does this. If I click on offset, what it does is that it just helps me to regulate what I'm actually doing. So if I come here to 100, you can see that offset is just showing me the stagnant. There's no effect afterwards because there's just one effect. So there will be no offset. Offset doesn't really relate here. We're using just two effects for your settings right here, which is scale and opacity. Okay, so there will be no offset. Offset won't work that much right here. Okay, so start. You can see, good. Then you can actually do the end. You can make it like this. You can say, okay, from here I want it to end, so I can put this one keyframe right here, F9, and then I come to this place here, then it ends. So you can be like this. Hello there. My name is. Okay? Hello there. My name is. Very, very simple effect. Very, very continuous. Okay, so this is just one. Now we've gone there. We've done like knots. Now let's do something more plain and, won't be confusing for everyone. Okay, so now you'll be wondering if we if there is something called how would I call it? If there's something called power clipping in in After Effects, and this is how you actually power clip in After Effects. Okay, so you have a load there. So basically, you can actually do something in this. You can actually parent a layer, and you can make power clip into a layer, which means if that layer is not open, it will show. Okay, so this is it. If I come here, this is my shape layer right here, and this is my text layer right here. So if I come and reduce my shape right here, so like this, right? You can see the text outside, right? Now let me show you something. This is track mat. This is parent. Now what the parenting does? Parent does this to your layer. Parent does this to your layer. So if I come here and I click on parent, I drag it to this shape. Look at what it does. If I come to this shape now, watch this. Watch. If I go up, it follows that parent. Children, obey your parents in the Lord. That is what this guy is trying to show you, that you should obey. So if the parent layer is going up, the font will go up. If it goes down, it goes down. And I'm not in this layout. I'm just in this one right here. Which means it's telling this that this is the parent. This is where it's going to. Anything this one does, I do. If it shrinks, scale, it goes in. Okay, so this is for parenting, which means you are grouping the layer. There will be one. Then this is for track mats. What does track mat does? Track mat helps the layer to be inside another layer, which means if I breathe like this, track mat. Do you see that? Do you see that? Can you see? You can see that this thing has actually made it a track mat, which means that if this circle is not showing, the text will show. The circle is still active. You can make it active too. Don't worry, you're not scared. No problem. It's just showing you that it has actually made the track. You can see that, right? So the track mat, what you do, how to do that, like I said, you just come to this place here, click on it, and drag it here. Okay? And then you can put it back on, and you can see that the text is inside that layer. So if like now it's like how would I say, James Bond, right? You know how they do that James Bond effect. So James Bond will be, this is the hello there. Let's just say this is James Bond, or let's look for a photo. Let's look for a photo. Let me bring in a photo so that we can actually follow up, right? So let me go to a photo so that you guys will see what's actually happening. Let me bring a photo from you. Let's see if we can get a photo. Okay. Let's see. Do I have a PNG photo right here? PNG. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I do have a PNG, so I can just bring this one right here. Okay, cool. Okay, I'll bring this PNG. Hold on. PNG photo. Okay, let me just bring this one. So I drag it inside here, After Effects. Now let me just put off this this thing. I don't want it to show. You can come here, like I said, track matte, put it inside the shape. Okay. So if I move the shape in, you can see it's right there. So if I come here and I change this to center right here, and I come here to Mr. GJ, I see you, and Mr. Martin, I'm Sophia TV, Creative Lucia, Falcon Creative. I can see you all, Victor. Can see you all. Thank you so much for joining, Mr. Sheriff. Yeah, okay, so now let me show you that James Bond effect, the effect, sorry. And this is how it does it. So basically, this shape is right here. And then I position and put it right at this point. I want to be there. Fix it at position. Click on it at the end. Press F9. Come here. And then comes here. Now you can see. Okay? Now, this is the fun thing about animation. It's very cool. It's very wide. Okay? So imagine now, this is how you animate things. You come. Then the next thing, what do you do next? You can come here to this shape layer. You add a scale. Next, you add the scale right here. Press F9. You come here. Make the scale big. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So what do? We start here. Boom. Okay, and then if you want us to add the bouncing effect, which we did that time, we can add them. You can see this is how you add things to it. You can come here. You can say you want it to be at let's say position, Alt. Remember, you hold your Alt, click on this, and then you paste in your effects you've added that time, which is your this, copy, add it right here, paste, erase it right here, put it at let's just say 5, and then this is what happens. You get it? Or you can actually come here, you test it, you can actually add this, let's just say 55. And then you can see the animation is actually flowing through. You can just come here, 1, boom. Or if you don't feel it, you can actually come here, press U to show you the two, this thing actually active. You can move the scale a bit forward. Move the scale a bit forward like this. Sorry, come. Move the scale a bit forward like this. Or you can come here, press S to reveal only the scale. Then come here. Boom. So this is it. Simple animation. Vroom. And then you can actually come here. Now this is how animation actually works. After you added this one, you can come here and type hello there, right? Hello there is actually there. So next thing, you can actually move this hello there forward a bit. and then we'll come here to hello there. You put it back on, but then the hello there, we can actually make the animation smooth. We can come here and do the animation thing that we did that time. So you can come here to start and make it 100 right here. Right, like I said, everything is a process. You add everything together. Okay, you come here, you put it at 0. Okay, and then next thing you can actually have like this: one, boom, hello there, simple. So those simple things, animations like this, and then you can actually put it down, put the position. Maybe you want it to be seen, you can put it like this: hello there. So this is what you get. Simple animation. So if you want it faster, you can come here, press the U, and then you put it like this: faster. Hello there. Right? Hello there. So basically, this is the simple, like the simple basics of After Effects. You can see the flowing and everything from stage 1, the movement, stage 2, the animation of the text naturally, stage 3, how you put things, make it reveal, and parenting, and the rest of it. Now, if you want it to also parent too, now watch this slide. So this is, yeah, it definitely requires like a lot of patience. It's a lot of patience. Now imagine, like I said, remember I told you about parenting. Now watch how I want to apply the parenting to this animation. Now we've actually made the two of them mask, like they are track mats to this shape right now. So imagine if I say I want the two of them to be parented to this same thing. So I can actually just click the two of them right here. I come here, click on this, parent to the shape. Now they're parent to the shape. Now watch this animation effect. Okay, let's start from the beginning right now. We'll come here, and then this is something that we can do right now in animation. So come, let me go to this, and I go to P. Yeah, P. I reduce it a bit. Okay, then I come here to. Okay, let's fix this. I go to scale. I come here to this. Come here to this. Okay, so now watch what I want to do next. This is simple. Come. Okay, but I don't want it to be now. I want this right here. Hello there. You can see. Hello there. Okay. Now this is reveal first. Now watch what I want to do. I don't want if I don't want the two of them to be like that when they are coming in, right? I can do it like this. I can remove it, none, none. Okay. So reveal. Then hello there. But now it will be like this, which because I've already given it the scale of this thing. So I go back to the normal one. Let me show you what I want to show you. This, like this, right? Now watch what I want to do now. Since I know that I'm already done with this, I don't need any stress. What I want to do, I'll pre-compose this. So what I want to do, I'll highlight everything here. Yeah, highlight everything, and then I right click, right? And then I come here to pre-compose. Pre-compose 1, yes, pre-compose 1. So that's it. So I can change it to hello there. Okay, hello there. So pre-compose means that everything now is not in a group. Okay, everything now is not in a group, but there's something again that I want to do that will actually work for us. Now, what should I want to do? I want the circle to be like a transition. Okay, now this is the circle, and this is the position it has right now. You can see the shape of the circle right now. Okay, I want to be as a transition to go to the next like a next board. Okay, like a next, how would I say, next next screen. Okay, so the next screen I want it to start from maybe 5 seconds, right? Okay, no, let's make it 4 seconds right here. So I'll reduce this to be like this to be like this, and then I'll reduce this shape to be like this, right? I want to be here. So what I want to do, I'll create a new solid. Yeah, precompose is similar to group. That's it. Okay? Great. Then in Photoshop, it's called Smart Object. That's just it. Okay, so we have want to create another new background, and we want the background to be let's just say this is white. Maybe we want it to be something like a shade of this, and yeah, same thing. And then we'll come here, white solid, put it down. What should I want to do now? What should I want to do? So I want the something to appear at the back when it actually fades off. So what I want to do now is that this is it, the first one here. Now I want the thing to fade, this thing to be like a transition right now. So I come here to position, I add my keyframe right here, shift it a bit, and then on this part I don't want it to actually disappear first. I will now come here, I will now add the position to go down like this. So it will now cover it and go away. So it goes away from the screen. Okay? Let me change this color to change this color. More like Smart Object, yeah. But it's still a group. Take it like that. So now this is what happens from the beginning. Comes like this, okay? But then the background has changed because we have a white solid. Now, why do we do that? We have to come here and change it to this part right here. Okay? So we know that when we're starting from here, it takes the first background. Okay, you cut it right here, make it right here like this. Okay? So you come like this. First thing, one, come in, come. Go away, hello there, go, fade. Okay? So that's the animation for you. Comes, goes like this, then it goes, fade. Now, why did it bounce just now? Because we still have the bounce animation in it. So to remove that, we don't want the bounce animation. We can come here to Alt, click on this, it goes off. So we just want it to go like this, fades. Simple. Okay? So, like I said, position right here, goes, vroom, goes in, hello there, fades, off. Okay? So that's just it. Now, why did it fade? Because we have a track mat inside. Now, the next thing we want to do is how to do like a simple shape warp, like a shape transition. So you can see all those shape transition you see on line, those things you see. So if we have this right here, next one will not come will be the shape transition will come out right here. I'm using just one composition for anything to show you so you understand what's going on. So I come here to shape, right? And remember, don't click anyone first. You come here to shape, and then what you do now is that, watch what I'll do. I click on the shape, I draw the shape, right? Clicking on the shape, I'm drawing it right now. Okay? Now watch this. If I click on the shape and I draw it right there, this is how it does. There is something that you can do. If I'm drawing a shape like this, right, it actually just gives me a normal shape. There is no setting or anything. But if I want a shape to be round, I can go to this place here. If I want it to be round and rectangle, I can come here and choose rounded rectangle, right? Rounded rectangle. But I want it to be warped from a rectangle to a circle, circle, rectangle, rectangle, circle, those kind of things. So if I come here to the ellipse tool, this is what happens. If I click on the ellipse tool and I come here, I press shift, perfect circle, right? And let's make it smaller. Perfect circle like this. Then I press Control Alt Home, right? And I come to align, center, and center. Okay? So we know that it's already an ellipse. It's actually there is no way to actually make it how would I say straight or bent or so. Yeah, it's that kind of thing. It's actually a problem, right? But there's something you can do on this one. I'll teach you the 2 steps on how to do them. So this is your ellipse. This is how you can make it small or big, or small or big. Position this one or that or that. Okay, but if you actually put this one off, you can actually do this. You see? But then it's actually in a wrong way. Now, how do we fix this kind of thing? How do we fix it? Who knows? Okay, now this is a circle. This is how you work from a circle, and this is something you can actually do. When you're actually drawing a circle here like this, there is this thing called, now this is shape, this is rounded rectangle. Now this is the difference. That's a circle, right? Now rounded rectangle, this is what it does. If you draw a rounded rectangle like this, oh no, rounded rectangle, you draw like this, right? You can see it's actually in the shape of a circle. Am I right? It starts as a circle. Rounded rectangle starts as a circle. So you can actually use this for your effect. You can just come here, rounded rectangle, draw a circle. You see, it's confusing, I know, but then Control Alt Home, make it centered, right? And then you come to your rectangle here. You can see your content. You can see your rectangle parts. You can see the roundness right here. Now this is where you want to play with. If I do it like this, scale like this, up, down, and then you can see the roundness right here. I can change it back to my normal. Okay? So this is where you see all those animation effects coming pop like that, and just change shape, go this and that, and then you can see this one right here. This is the size. Now this is what you do. You can see from circle like this. So anytime you want to do that effect that you have from 0, now let's do it together, okay? Let's do it together so I won't be confused. So we have this roundness right here. Let's change it to 0. Okay, let's change this one to let's say black. Okay, black, and then let's use the black UI. I think let's say 161614. Okay, 1414. And now we are good with this right here, and then we want to actually add now there's something you can actually do whenever you're doing this. When you come to this place, effects and presets, you can add there are different gradients you can do. You can do a stroke, right? You can do a stroke, and you can do a generate stroke. You can double click on it. You see your stroke right here. You can add a stroke to it, and you're good to go. You can actually add a stroke on your text, like on your shape right here. You can do that, but now just for a simple showing you how to do morph. So now we have this right here. We want to move it right here like this. We don't want it to show at this point. So when it comes to this part here, after it moves down, we want this thing to pop up from here. Okay, so what we do is that we'll come to scale, add it to the end first, 100, shift it to the front, and then come here like this, make it 0. Okay, okay, so when we're doing it, it goes like this, pops like that. Okay, so we can actually add the bouncing effect right here to the circle. What we do is that we come here, press Alt, click here, add the bouncing effect. Remember the bouncing effect, we have it, which will be shared to us afterwards. Add the bouncing effect, and then you put it right here, make it 5. Okay, you can see that. That's the bouncing effect. You can see that right there. Or you can make it 25. Then you ambience. Cool, great. That's what we want. So you added square, which means go square comes in, and then we have now the next one will be the roundness. Shift to the roundness. Okay, so you come here, we'll go to the shape. We're in the shape. Come, where did we go? Content, rectangle. We go to rectangle path. Rectangle path. So on the rectangle path, we want to add the roundness right here. So add roundness, press F9. Then you come here, you press U to show you the plots that actually you've done before. So you have the bouncing, come here. The next one, you can add it right here after bouncing. Then at this point, you want it to be like this, and then the next one will be add the roundness to be about let's just say one one 120, or no, let's make it kind of um edges should be just edges first. Let's make it 100 or 50, 60. Yeah, 60. Okay, so you can see the warp. 1 2. Okay, so we have 1 2 1 2. So we have bounce, warp, and then extend. Now extending, now I want it to be like this, and then extend. I will now come here, the same thing, go to your rectangle, but now I will now go to size. Make sure that you have unlinked it from here. Unlink it so it won't be linked together. If you're following me, let me know. If you're following me, let me know. If you're good, let me know. Okay, cool. So the next one will now be we have this, change to this. Okay, then the next step will be for it to enlarge and become a, you know, like straight. So what we'll do is that you come here to your size, right? You come here, you add the first one here. After it morphs, right here, you change it to size. Put your F9, increase it right here to maybe just say half a second to be like this. Okay, so you have something like this. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So we started slow, now we're going faster. You can see that. We have the first one, 2 3 4 5. Now we're going to the motion, goes that's it. So it goes like that. And then what we can do is that we can come here. We want the roundness to be a bit more when it goes to the edge, so we can do it like this, and then we can change the roundness here, add more roundness to it, so it will not be like this. Go like this, extend, change, and then the next thing we can actually do it from here to here. We want the text to actually come up on that place, right? Okay, so from this part to this part, we'll now look for a test. We can actually copy the text we actually have here. Copy, Control C. We'll come here to the top, Control V. Then we'll make it right here, right? But this one we want to make it white, so we just come to the text setting right here. Come to your character, make it white, and then you change the position. Press P, bring it up. Okay. So when it comes up, okay. So this one is still track matte to the other one, so you have to remove the track matte, no matte. Okay, make it no matte, and then you change the color to white. Okay, so it will come up like that. So what you want to do now is that you want to make it like this, so you can see it like this. Okay, now the thing is actually showing from the outside, right? So what do you do now to fix it? You want to change the editing setting of the text. Okay, so now we'll come here to the text, and then we'll come here, click on this text. The next one you have to do, you go to text, you go to what did we go? Who can remember? Animator 1. Yeah, that's it, Animator 1. And then you go to range selector, you see everything right here. So now we did the text for opacity and scale, right? So scale and opacity, where did it start from? Now you can see the opacity side from this and this. Now what we wanted to do is that we can actually do it like this in a way you can see the change will now come up. So this is a scale. This is where the scale started from, right? You can see where the scale started from, like this. 13. You can see the scale started from 13 up to this point like this. Okay? Then the opacity started from 0. Okay, what if you can actually do the scale, move like this? We can say we want the position. Watch this. We can add a position right now. Add a position, property, go to position, and then on this point, the starting point here, we can say we want the position to start from where we want it. So I can start from here. Then you can see everything is going there, right? And why is it working like this? Is because of the anchor point right here. So the anchor point, you can actually move it here, and you cannot see the flow like this. So flow like this. So everything has to do with your fixing right here. Okay, so now let me show you the there's the other way to do it. Okay, so we have this opacity already, the opacity and roundness. Then you come here to your normal text right here like this. Okay, your normal text. Watch how to do it. You press your P, and then you come here to your normal text. You come to your P, and then you make sure you actually mark the end which you want it to be. Press F9. Move to the front, and then on this place, which is where it started, right? Where it started, you can actually move it like this, right? Now you have something like this. Are you seeing it? Okay. Like I said, so you have something like this. Hello there. And it goes to this. You can see? And this is how animation works. Hello there. So it has this. Welcome to. You can see that. So now you can see that we added the position after, like, which is the major body after the one we have inside the animator. So the animator has its own portion, then the position is taking another one, which is the major animation. So you have this animation right here. Hey, welcome to. You see? So we're having something. Welcome to. Goes like this. Welcome to. So this is how you see those animations on the screen when you see them online. Just comes up like this, welcome to. Now you can see we've touched every channel of animation. We've touched the simple bouncing, the rotation, the rest of it. Now there is something you want to add to this that will make it fun. Okay, so now watch this. I want to parent this text. Let me parent this text. Let me parent this. Make it like this. I think it's too close. Okay, like this. Okay. Okay, like this a bit. Okay. Okay, so now I want to parent this to the rectangle because I want to add an effect on the rectangle. Now, I come here to parent, and I parent it to the rectangle. Okay, that's good. So now, if I actually add this effect on the rectangle, which is the effect I want to add now, which is now what I want to add to this rectangle that will make it more fun. So this is the effect. This one, let's fix this. Let's fix this part. Zoom in. Yeah, let's fix this. Delete this. And okay. Okay. Yeah. Good. So you can actually edit the text too. Like I said, you can use that your graph editor. You come here to graph editor, and then you can actually add this keyframe if you want to be slow or fast a bit. Yeah, it can be like this, and then you can see something like this. But to be faster, which is not kind of nice. So let's go back to normal, and then you can actually just fix it right here. Want it to be a bit slow like this. Let's see. Yeah, okay, welcome to. There are different ways you can actually put that. So next one I want to do now is I want to make this thing rotate a bit. Now I already parented it to this shape. Now what should I want to do to this shape? I want to make it turn a bit. So I'll press arrow, rotation. And then when it's actually doing like this, like the bouncing effect is there, I want it to actually rotate a bit. So I'll come here, add this rotation, 0, F9. So come here, add on that one again, but then I'll make it forward a bit. Now what should I want to do? Come here, rotate it like this, a bit. Okay, come here again, make it like this. You can see everything is rotating at once. It is moving, and come here, here a bit, yeah, come here even, and then you can actually come to the bounce rotation, the bounce effect. You can copy that bounce um, effect like that, and then you come here to your rotation. Then you can actually apply that same thing to your rotation right here. Then you have this kind of feel. Watch this. Okay, so you can see the effect you have added. You've added your rotation, so it just comes like a dangling. So that effect you're adding it. So like this, or you can even make it faster. Just make it faster. You can just put like this, like this. Like this, and like this. So instead of to waste time, just goes like this. Okay, so that's the idea. You're bringing, you're building, you're putting, like you're adding everything to shape. Hello there. Okay, so you're adding everything like a pop-up comes up. Welcome to. You're adding everything. You can see that it's grouped now to the text. So everything that's happening to this shape is going to reflect on the text. Okay, right? That's good. Welcome. Okay, that's good. So now I want to after this welcome to, next thing you want to do now is that you want to make sure you want to bring in a text After Effects. Okay, so now I want to do something fun now. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to make a rectangle pass through, and then After Effects comes in, but with a color kind of like a gradient text. Now what I want to do now, this each steps actually has a new technique that we're using, and this is one other thing I want to do. Okay, so now each step has a different thing, each step has a different thing, so that you learn everything bit by bit. So we have this one, we have this one, we have this one, we have this one. Next one now I want to do is I want to make this one go away, and then I want to add in a new this one, After Effects. And watch this. Hello there, welcome to After Effects. Okay, so I will afterwards I'll make this place faster. In the ending I'll show you how to do that. Okay, okay, so we have this, welcome to the effects. Okay, so we have this, and then the next thing I want to do now is that now watch this. We'll come here, we had a new shape, circle. Okay, circle. Right, let's make it like this. Sorry, scale. Just add the scale to it. Align. Should be center, but I don't want to be at the center now. I want to be somewhere here like this. Okay, and then we want it to come in, so we change the fill here to white. Okay, so then the next thing we have to do now is that now there is something you can actually add on the shape too. You can actually make it blurry. So if I come to the effect here and make it blurry, you can come here to effects and presets, blur. You can add your Gaussian blur, Gaussian blur, Gaussian blur, and then let's actually see what we're doing. So let me just change it here to, okay, so let's see blur. Okay, great. Okay, so we can see the blur that we're adding. Okay, it's actually enough. Then we can come here to position. Yeah, so it will come like this. Okay, cool. So we'll come here, add the blur. Then we'll come here, we'll add our position here. This point, welcome to. Okay, press F9. Then we'll come here to about 7 frame or 715. Reduce it, bring like this. Okay, then we'll have something like this. Welcome to, swipe. Okay, so swipe, swipe. Then next one I want to add is um, let's add After Effects, but we're gonna do a gradient to it. Don't worry, we're almost at the end. Just everything mixed together. Welcome to. The new one will not be we have to add a text, new text. They'll come here on top of everything. Let's come here. Type After Effects. Okay, we can't see it because we're actually using a white this thing. So we'll come here, we'll put it on black. You can just click here, change to black. Oh, not sister effect, so okay. Come here, Control Alt Home. Put it, align it to the center. Okay. So this is what we're gonna do now. I want to do something very fun. Like I said, everything is just so fun. Now watch this. We come here to our rectangle. Like I said, there are lots of things you can do in this thing. Come here to rectangle. Rectangle. And then you put it, you click outside, draw a rectangle. Right? Okay. Control Alt Home. Draw a rectangle, and then you fill the rectangle. Now let me show you some techniques about filling your rectangle. If I press Alt and click on this, Alt is a very powerful thing in this place. You see what Alt is doing right now? Alt has changed it to a gradient. See, if I press Alt, change it to a radial gradient. Alt, change to no fill. Alt, change to color. Alt, change to gradient. So gradient here, I click on this, and then I change this gradient to, let's do the After Effects 2 colors. I think they are purple. 2 purple. Yeah, I think purple. I think purple like this. Okay, and then this one is let's just say pink a bit. Yeah, you can change the opacity here. It's same thing like Photoshop when you actually can do that. Just change the opacity right here. So, but then want to actually be like this, 0. Don't put it at opacity, just put it at 0. And then we can actually do this editing right here. Come here. Okay, so now let's change this. We can make it like this. Yeah, just edit it a bit. Location. Just make it smoother. Smoother. So you come here. Yeah, see this? Flow like this. Yeah, you see? So this is what you want to do. Make it like this. Yeah, in case you don't see it, you click on your select, and then this thing pops up. So you can make it like this and like this. Okay, okay, so we're good. A bit like this, so it actually won't show the edge. Okay, so you come here, select, and then you push this forward a bit. Yeah, like this. Okay, so now what I want to do now, I want to make this one reveal this thing. I want to make it reveal like this. Okay, I want to make it reveal. So now this is what I want to do. This is our shape. We change like this, push it like this. Yeah. Okay, great. So we have After Effects, and then we have this shape up on top of it. Okay, so now we don't want to parent it, we want to make it mask. So what you do is that when you do it, now watch this. If you do it like this, this is what you get. Okay, you can see that the After Effects is now taking the shape as a mask. But then if you do it like this, that's what we want to do. Okay, so you make it sure that the shape is on top of the text, and you actually track matting the shape to the text. So you're moving the track mat from the shape to the text like this. Okay, now you can see that we're already seeing, you in your mind now, we're already seeing the text. So what is the fun thing there? Okay, so we have this effect, it goes like this right here. Then we'll have to move like this a bit. Okay, so we have to do like this. Okay, mark it like this, like this. So now what I want to do now is I want this thing to pop up from this side. Okay, so I want to do like this. So this is the full position. That's what we're doing now. Position. F9. You come here to the beginning, right? And then we do it like this. Now, this is just the end of it, and you will see what will happen. The first 10 seconds of After Effects. Now what we want to do now is I want to make sure that this thing pops up, like it comes up afterwards. So we'll come here to After Effects, press your scale, and then on this scale, you put the two scale together, click on it, press S, scale like this. It will now affect two of them. Press F9, go to the front, and then it comes up like this. Okay, you can see the effect. Very, very smooth and very, very cool. Yeah. Okay, so this is it. This is what we're talking. Okay, so let me show you. 1, 2, 3, we play. Now let's go from the beginning. We learned mask, hello there, transition, bounce, welcome to After Effects. Okay, so you can see everything piecing together. How to mask, how to reveal different transitions, and the rest of it here and there. Now, there is one thing we always see in designs that we always want to use, and we always want to use. Don't worry, light effects is not far from here. We always have light effects everywhere, which we always have, and it's called light sweep, which will now make our design end with a bleed. So how light sweep, and what we do is I double click on it. Okay, double click on the light sweep. Okay, so this is the light sweep right here. Okay, but now we will not use it on the After Effects. We're going to put it on the shape. Okay, light sweep. You can see. I don't know if you can see the light sweep right here. So you can actually add your intensity, your width. You can add your intensity to it. Okay, you can see the intensity right here. You can add your edge intensity to it. You can see how it goes like this. Right, you can see the intensity of the edge. You can add your edge, can reduce the bits. You can zoom in a bit to see what you're doing. Edge thickness, you can add your edge thickness to it. Yeah, you can add your edge thickness so you can make it like this. Yeah, so you can add your edge thickness, you can add your sweep thickness, intensity, width, like this. You can add it to be small, you can add it to be big. Yeah, and then what you do now is that the next thing you want to do is you want to make it sweep from the end to the end. So when it comes here, you add your sweep, let it come from here. So you add your center right here, pin it right there, here, and then when it gets to this point here at the end, this place here, let's just do it here. So when it comes here, we want it to be at this point. So let's zoom out, sweep it to the end. Let's just go away, okay? And then this is what we have at the end. Are we good? After Effects. After Effects. Okay, so that's the simple intro to After Effects, giving you all the things you need for starting your motion design. And basically this is just the start. So you have now everything we've added right here now, there's something we didn't add. We didn't add motion blur. Okay, so if you click on this toggle switch, you highlight everything, Ctrl A, click on motion blur, and watch how everything will now change. Motion of everything changes. Smoothness comes in like that. Move, smooth. motion blur. Cool. That's it. That's a simple intro, and this is just how we do. And then I told you about we can actually make this thing faster right here. So what I do is I right click here, go to pre-compose. Everything is now going to be on one, like I said, that group or something. Now this is the pre-compose file right here, right? And then we can see that there is this shape is right here, so we can come here and edit it. Let's just go into the pre-compose file and edit it. So we can come here to this shape. I believe it's this shape right here. Yeah, this shape. Okay. Okay, yeah, this one. So let's go to the beginning of where it starts. Let's go to P. Okay, I believe it's this one. So we can come here to change this. Yeah, let's make it like this because it's actually showing in the edge. Yeah, let's see. Okay, it's not showing again. Cool. Okay, so next thing, we'll do it like this. Boom. Hello there. Go straight. Welcome to After Effects. And then what you do now is that I come here and I right click. Right? And I come to time. Right? Time. Okay, so time reverse, time stretch, freeze. There's this thing called time remapping. So what time remapping does is that it actually makes this thing, you can actually add a time to it. So maybe you can actually just, make it a bit faster. Basically, so basically if I come here and, are you seeing that? So before, normally, yeah, I hold 2 seconds for that. So we don't want that. So we can actually come here. We want it to be faster. This helps you for editing your this and after making it slow for too long in your design. You can just come here to time remapping. Right click, time remapping, and then you actually come here, F9, and then you come to 1 second. We don't want it to be 2 seconds, so you just come here, move. Okay, or you can do it like this. Yeah, we just want it faster. We don't want it to be slow. So you just come 1, boom. Maybe we don't want that one too to be fast. You can just come here, add this one here like this. Then you come here. You can add it like this. Yeah. So it goes like this. 1, 2. Go. Then maybe you want that place to be slower. You can come here. Okay, you want it to be slower. You can just come here like this. And you click on this part, here, right? Come here, you make it slower. Yeah, so it'll be slower in a kind of like small way. Okay, so you can actually just like this, fast, zoom, slow. You see? That's how you remap the time, and then you fade and add everything together, and then you get your perfect shape. That's it. Welcome to After Effects. Okay guys, thank you very much for sticking to the end. This is an intro, and because we couldn't cover everything today because it's just an intro, we'll try to complete everything on... Now let's do it next week. Okay, so we'll do it the same time next week Friday. Are we good? Who's in? Who wants us to do another one on Friday next week? So it should just be 2 chapters which we can use to cover everything that we want to do with the basics, and basically you can actually practice all this and so we dealt with many things today, and let's see, who is in? You can see how the motion is actually given. You can see everything is actually adding, and who's in? Okay, 100% in. Okay, great, great, great. Okay, guys. So we'll meet next week then. Be version 2 or part 2, and then we just do the last part, and then we're good to go. Okay. Great, great, great. Thank you guys for joining in. This video will be stored, and you can actually come back to it to actually watch everything. Like I said, the last part of it was just the timer mapping. You can see how everything just flows well when you do the timer mapping afterwards. The whole animation goes well, and you know you can put the fast, and yeah. So next week we'll try to do one animation with more of like a flyer with a flyer thing. Okay, which we couldn't do today. We spent like 2 hours here. Oh my god! Thank you so much for joining. Thank you all. Like you guys have been from the start. We have Creative Lucia. We have GG Graphics. We have Thought Concept. We have I Am Sophia TV. We have Thought Concept. We have Falcon Creative. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. Yeah, it was a really great one. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you all so much. Really, really. You guys are the best. Now, sound design will be what we actually add to it. And these are like, we actually download them to our designs afterwards. So, like, for example, we have something like this, and you can actually go to Pixabay. Yeah, Pixabay. We'll go to Pixabay. And they're different. You can actually go to Pixabay, or you can go to Pixels. Yeah, Pixels or Pixabay. That's where we get our sounds from. And with Pixels or Pixabay, you're good to go. Yeah, so you actually have different sounds, and then that's where you add all this. Just download sounds for there, and then you actually add them at a specific point where you want them in the design. That's how you actually do them. So when you are actually on that part, that's where the whole idea comes from. You have to ideate your concept, make sure that everything's actually sounding right, and make sure that you're actually there, like you're feeling the whole beats. Okay, so that's a different whole level. Okay, for example, now we might have this like a guitar thing. Now just for example, now you have something like this. Then you can have something like let's just say a switch. Um, just say switch. I don't know if you can hear the sounds from my if you can hear the sound from my laptop, please let me know. If you can hear the sound from my laptop, please let me know. If you can hear the sound from my laptop, let me know. Can you hear the sound? Okay, you can hear it, right? Good. So let's see this. So if I come here and I add this switch, do you see that? So this is how you add, like, you can see those are the difference. So you're adding effects. This is the different side of, you have to be very, very calculative. Okay, you can see you have to come here and download everything that will make your after your effects like sound. You can actually come here, go to this, you add this, then you come here, add it a bit. You felt that, right? You can see everything is coming in place. Okay, so how do you download this effect? That's what I do. You good? You see? So you come here, you look for the effects. Now, as an animator, you should make sure that you're actually feeling your design in your head as you're designing. That's why you always have a headset. So, I'm actually pinning the points in my head that, okay, this is where I want it to stay. This is where I want it to start. So you're actually getting the idea that, okay, it's building up. You come like this. Okay, what's the next one? Will that be? Okay, I want this thing to have a sound. Okay, so I can come here to Pixabay and then look for an effect. Okay, no. Okay, this one works. I come here, download it. Cool, great. 10, come. So I want it to start from here, down somewhere around here. Okay, cool. So come like this. Okay, no copyright. It's actually free. It's Pixabay. You don't have to. Then you come. Let's look for a copy text or something. We don't want this. Okay, we can actually use 3, and then we'll come to let's look for 3, and then we'll come to let's look for a text sound effect. So text, typing, and then let's try this one. Okay, this is how you're feeling it. You come, you add this, you come, put it off. Okay, like this. Then you come here, switch. 3 will be, this one will be here. Then you come here to typing, reduce the bit from the 2 edges, and then you come, let it be somewhere around here. Okay, so put it like this. Okay. Okay, so and here, so end here, where you press alternate, and then you press your there's this keyboard. I don't know if you know the key, but let me show you the key. It's the bracket after P, the second bracket after P. When you press alternate and the second bracket after P, you cut the timeline right there. Okay, so alternate and the bracket after P. Let me show on screen keyboard. On screen keyboard. So when you press alternate and the bracket after P, that's what happens. Alternate and bracket after P. This one right here. That's where you get this. Okay. So let me show you again. You press alternate and the bracket after P. That's what you get. Okay. So you're good. And then you can get this from starting. It goes like this. We're good. this will make you feel like a DJ in your own mix. Okay, you get the thought. So basically, we're actually on a good track right now. So this is the ideation when it comes to all this idea that you see online that busts like bust the brain. There's a lot of busting. So this is how you do it. You bring in the animation, you bring in the sound, and you make sure that everything aligns with what it's happening in the background. Like the swishing, the zooming in, the zooming out, the ideation, the typing, and the rest of it. So that is it. And we actually covered what we were supposed to cover like next week already today, so we're good to go. So yeah, we got the sound, and you can see that we're good to go, right? So this is it, just start, and this is it. Like I said, and please, when you're doing this kind of thing, pray first, so you can actually have ideas. It's needed. So when you have ideas, when you finish praying, you actually like your head will be booming with much of ideas, and then you start, so you can actually pick up the things you want to actually add to your design. Okay, so like you have. And you can actually feel that our time remapping was actually here. Like, the time remapping we actually did actually work so well with this. Remember, this was actually a slow start, right? And then you can see how everything is just flowing right now. So we can actually add something to the end, like a star, being. Okay, star being, I think. Star being. Shut up. Okay. Okay, I think we have a light one. Okay, I think I like that one, but slow, but we can actually use it. So we'll come here to the end, and then we'll come here to the end. And then we'll come to this. Yeah, I think we're almost there. Oh, you know what? I actually haven't saved this file. Stubborn me. Wow. Okay, that's scary. Please save your file. Okay. Okay, so this is where it ends, and then you can actually shift this, right? Oh wow. Okay, yeah, sure, I'll be sending that. I'm just waiting for this thing to load. I do not know why this thing is not loading. I think After Effects is angry. Okay, I think we're back in track. Oh, no. It's not working. Okay. Oh wow. Can't move anything again. Okay, well thank God we saved the file, and we'll come here to edit, purge. Yeah. Oh wow, okay, so I have to actually clear this space. So anytime you have that issue, what you do is that you come to this place here, go to purge all memory cache and disk space, you just remove it, and then you come back to your select to, and then you actually move it right here. Yeah, I believe so. No, it didn't sound. No, we need a better sound. Let's get the better sound. I don't believe that sound worked. No. That's too. No. Exactly. That is exactly the sound we're looking for. That's exactly the sound we're looking for. Perfect. Okay, so we just come here to the sound. Exactly. We got it now. So. exporting it. That is exactly what we're looking for. Great. So, um, yeah, now we've done the video. Okay, so the next step will be exporting, which is something that we could, but I can believe that everyone is still here and they want to still see to the end. So we'll actually just export and show how it works when it comes to exporting. Now there are two options for exporting. First of all, you save your file, and then you can actually do this to your After Effects. You can actually come here to File, and then you go to Export. You add to your render queue right here. So you can actually just set everything to your render queue, and then you export right here, render. Or you can actually use an exporting software which After Effects gives to us called Media Encoder. So Media Encoder comes with it's part of the Adobe pack, and what you do is that you press on File, Import, export Media Encoder queue. You can actually export into a Media Premiere Pro too if you want from here. So you export and make sure first of all you check. You click on this. Don't click on this. Click on this. This is one we're exporting, which is the general file. So you check everything. Everything is okay. Okay. So we're good. Okay. So come here. We'll go to File. We'll go to Export Media Encoder queue. Add to Media Encoder queue. So you wait for it to export. Okay. So Media Encoder queue, it's actually Media Encoder, just Media Encoder. So you can actually just wait for it to export right here. And yeah, it's on the second screen, which is my second screen. It has to load, and then I'll bring it up for you guys to see right here. Okay, guys, well done. You guys are really, thank you so much for sticking to the end. Like, wow, that's a lot. Thank you. It's almost 2 hours now. You guys still here. I really appreciate that. So you can see that on my screen right here. This is the Media Encoder, and you can see we're using the same year as the After Effects that we're using, which is 2023. And you can see everything is loading right here. You have to wait, and you can see it's right there. So this is, you can see it has a name. And what After Effects was doing was that it was creating a folder for us to actually put it in. And you can see it has Zeno, my laptop, which is the username, my user, and the video is in the video folder, and it's called OAE, which is what I named it as, ME, Operation After Effects Text 1, the same name we named it as in After Effects. So make sure that you're actually on that place here, which is this place. If you are here, you're exporting this. If you are here, you're exporting this. So that's something you should make sure of every time you're exporting. Okay? So what you do now is that you just press here, then you wait for it to export. And sometimes it might take longer because, you know, depending on the system that you're using, but sometimes it can be faster too. Okay? So, cool. Great. It's done, actually. So you can click on this to view your video right here. Now there's something you should see too. Okay. Okay, let's start from the beginning. I want you to see something. You can see that we don't have the background again. Right? Because the background was not part of the whole thing. We didn't create a background for it. You can see? That's the thing. Now this is how it actually plays. It goes like this. Are we good? Great. Well done, everyone. Well done. Well done. We all did great today, and thank you so much for sticking to the end. We can see we've done a great job. Thanks to you guys for joining. Thank you so much for sticking to the end. I know it's not easy. You guys had a time, and I hope you guys actually had learned something, and I hope you guys grabbed something, and your time was actually well spent. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, 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 very, 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 very much, very much, very, very much. Arigato, 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 arigato. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm really okay, great everyone. Okay, thank you so much for joining. You can actually see the video. I should just add the video here. You can actually see it right here. Just add the source, video source, and video, and let's see. Okay, so I want to add the source right here so you can see it playing, repeat, and you can see it right here. Videos, oh, okay, right here. Okay, great. So you guys can actually see what we did today. Great, and loop, and yeah, okay, cool. Great. Well done, everyone. Well done, everyone. This is what we did today. Great. Thank you so much for joining.